How's it going, guys? I'm Barry.
And this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. So we are officially kicking off our Van Damme month.
Van Damme it!
The muscles from Brussels. If you don't know who Van Damme is, I guess you are not a fan of 90s action films.
Right. Or Doritos. Right? Isn't he in the new Doritos commercials?
I think so. Wait, was it?
There's some dumb commercial where they're like, if you don't treat your friends well, Van Damme will come to your parties. And then, Van Damme's there hanging out with your friends and eating Doritos.
Oh, well, he was an 80s and 90s action star, right?
Yes.
I think, a good amount of his, work, Bloodsport, Kickboxer, was in the 80s.
Right. I think those were, the first two, at least the first two big ones.
That I remember, yeah. But today we actually watched one of the first Van Damme movies I could remember watching, which is Universal Soldier.
It's the first Van Damme movie I saw in the theater.
Well, yeah, you gotta remember, oh man, this movie came out in '92.
Yep.
Right. And
so it's just
Van Damme, he was
just getting out of high school.
Right. But Van Damme was pretty different from all the action movie stars from this time, because he was lean. He had this suave.
Right. He was both the Sylvester Stallone muscular and the Asian martial art quick and nimble.
Yeah, but he's also had a little bit of a James Bond type of suaveness to him.
Right.
I think what a lot of the thing about Van Damme was, he was trying to go for this super clean cut French boy next door or something. I know he's not French, but he has that sort of look.
He's got an accent. What is he?
Well, he's from Brussels. That's why they call him the muscles from Brussels. I have no idea where that is, though.
So he is from the land of sprouts? And our geography lesson for the day is, let's look it up, because we are
Brussels.
Horrible.
Belgium. So German? Oh wow. Right?
Yeah.
It's just sounding super ignorant right now. Stupid Americans. Is Belgium its own country? Oh my god. Yeah, well, okay, so bordered Netherlands, Germany, Luxembourg, and France. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, over there.
Yeah, somewhere in Europe.
Some place that uses a euro. Maybe. I don't even know that.
I forgot how we got into this tangent. But yeah, he has, a Brussels accent, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Right. He's got an accent.
But yeah, he was, and for some reason, a lot of Filipinos love Van Damme.
He's kind of, he's got the body that's not so over the top.
Yeah.
He's muscular and, but he's that
nimble,
achievable body where Arnold was I don't want to spend 8 hours in the gym for the rest of my life to look like that.
Well, Sylvester Stallone too. I mean, in Rocky, he was
right, and then it was after Rocky he kind of
got bigger,
super buffed up.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, for some reason, a lot of Filipinos love Jean-Claude Van Damme movies.
Back in the day, everybody loved Jean-Claude Van Damme. It was the kind of action movie you could get a girl to go to see with you.
Well, because half the movies he's in, he's gonna be ass naked.
He does enjoy showing his butt.
Well, apparently in this film,
and no homo, but it's a nice butt.
Well, apparently, in this film, I forgot, I was watching some sort of commentary, but they said that Jean-Claude insisted that he get naked for a lot of scenes. So I'm pretty sure in his contract clause for movies, he's like, well, I have to get naked at least once.
Fair enough.
And it got the women's in the seats. I guess that's what it was.
It's his own private marketing.
But yeah, well, let's get into the movie. So Jean-Claude Van Damme plays Luke. I have no idea how to say his last name. Devois, I think.
Devereaux?
Right? Devereaux? Is it Devereaux?
Something like that.
Yeah. So he's a soldier in the Vietnam War, and his whole mindset is that it's the end of his tour. He gets to go home finally.
Right. And he's just like a private.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure he's like a draftee, right? And so he's trying to tell his commanding officer, who is Dolph Lundgren, who, by the way, I think he does a pretty good American accent. Like, it's forced, but like his accent doesn't bleed through.
It's a little tiny bit of Russian over a little tiny bit of country.
Well, come on, soldier.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's trying to tell his commanding officer the village is clear. You know, we don't have to kill anybody. But then as he's going to see Dolph Lundgren, he sees like other soldiers with their ears cut off.
Yeah.
And then when he gets to Dolph Lundgren, he has these two, like I'm guessing it's a Vietnamese couple.
Right.
And he's just pretty much snapped because he's all like, everybody's a traitor and they can't hear things. Because he has a necklace made of ears. I have no idea why they went this route.
They wanted to show that the war had snapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, Luke is trying to talk to him. He's like, we're all clear. We don't have to kill anybody else.
Right.
But then he's like, no, everybody's a traitor. All these yellow people keep coming out of everywhere. It's like, it's 92. So it's
right.
Okay.
And in the 90s, all kinds of Vietnam War movies all over the place. And it was perfectly fine to be as racist as possible in a Vietnam War movie.
Yeah. But yeah, he tries to force Luke to kill the couple, and then he shoots the man.
Right.
And that's when Luke, he like kicks the gun away, hits him with his barrel, and he tries to, take the Vietnamese girl and run away. He gets shot in the leg.
She gets blown up. Yeah,
grenades him, and then in the most 90s way of dying, Van Damme stabs Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren shoots him, and as he's falling back, he's shooting Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
And this is all happening in slow motion. I just can't see any other way how they do it.
No, of course not.
But then we cut to 1992.
Yep.
Right, they're at the Hoover Dam.
Yay, Las Vegas.
Were you there? Did you go? But yeah, so like apparently there's a hostage situation going on, and they have what they now call, the program is called the Universal Soldier, but each specific soldier is called the Unisol, or a GR, and then their number.
Right. And it's basically the whole platoon of people who died in Nam.
Yeah, was it just Nam, or do you think it's like vets that just died in battle?
I guess maybe they don't say.
Yeah, because then when was Desert Storm? Was it like around that time too, or was
that
it
was
94?
About that time? Yeah,
that time, right? So maybe it could have been Desert Storm people too that they had said was killed in action, but because that's what they said about those two.
Right.
They were killed in action. I just don't know how you preserve a body for 25 years.
They cryogenically froze them and then brought them back to life.
There's a lot of unexplained technologies in this movie.
Yes.
But the Universal Soldiers, they take down the hostage situation super efficiently.
They had the coolest walk down the side of the dam. I remember how impressed I was when I first saw this, and then I was re-impressed this week when I watched it again. I was like, that is so cool. I want to walk down the side of the dam.
But it's just like the soldiers at the bottom, how do you not just turn around for a second? Yeah.
I guess you're looking out down the Colorado River for...
But there's two of them there. Like, you could have had one guy looking and one guy checking your six.
Well, who's going to be coming down the side of a dam, right? I think you feel like you're safe.
Like you feel like your back is against a corner, and then all of a sudden the Kool-Aid Man busts through the corner. That's basically what happened, because Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren are soldiers, a part of the Unisol soldiers, and then that's when I think Dolph Lundgren snaps the guy's neck, and Van Damme just incapacitates one of them.
Right.
But
it's a weird start, so that the bad guys don't know they're coming. They drop them like a mile and a half off into the lake and make them swim.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, they all jump out of the helicopter.
Oh fuck! I guess I.
And the guy's like, how are they gonna get there? They only have 20 minutes before the time before they kill the first hostage. Yeah. And he's like, 20 minutes is plenty of time.
Oh, that's why Dolph Lundgren was so wet. I thought he was just like, that's a weird hairstyle choice.
Which was not an uncommon hairstyling choice in the 90s. Yeah.
But yeah, so the Unisols quickly dispatch this whole situation.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them gets shot and he gets back up and kills the guy that shot him.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, but...
And that was almost done because later on you find out that they heal. Mm-hmm. And so it was kind of like, they gotta show somebody just do something, just stand there and get shot so that they could show how impressive.
Yeah. But like, I know this has to be like a secret government unit, right?
Right.
But then they shot that dude with a room full of hostages as witnesses, and then he just got back up. Dude, if I saw that, I'd be tripping fucking balls, like.
Right. Right.
I'd be like,
but even though they're super nimble and they're super
strong,
skilled, they are very robotic.
Yeah.
And you find out that they've kind of wiped their memory, and that's how Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren are working together again, and not like what.
But as they're diffusing this hostage situation, Van Damme gets a flashback. He's starting to get flashbacks of Vietnam.
Right.
And then he's non-responsive, and he looks at Dolph Lundgren, and it just cuts. They, cut the mission as a success.
Yeah.
They don't really go anything with it. But after that, they're... Oh, man. What's it called? The girl that's, Jean-Claude Van Damme's, second lead.
Right.
She just got fired as a reporter because she's always late. And then later that night, she goes to investigate these soldiers. She takes photos. I'm skipping a lot just because I don't remember. And it's just a lot of, just boring-ass conversation.
Right.
But, she takes a photo of the soldier that got shot in the hallway.
Yeah, so she and her partner, they kind of drive out and they follow the military into the desert. And they find their, little makeshift bunker for the night. And that's where she finds the guy who got shot. And she's taking pictures of it, and then she realizes that even though he's all shot up, he's not dead.
Yeah, because he opens his eye. He's on ice, and he opens his eyes, and then she freaks out. And then she gets caught by the cameras because she moved abruptly.
Right.
I guess. I don't know. But, this is when she goes into the car with her partner, and in cinema's shortest car chase ever, he's driving, what, a station wagon?
Yeah.
And I guess in 100 feet.
And then flips it.
And then he flips. And then they're fine. They are completely barely hurt.
Right.
And so,
those 90 station wagons are tough.
It is all steel. But Dolph Lundgren and Jean-Claude Van Damme, they pulled him out of the car. They have him kneeling again in front of them. And as they're arguing, Dolph Lundgren just shoot the guy in the face.
Right. And it is very reminiscent of him shooting
the Vietnamese guy from Vietnam. But this is what triggers Luke, who just is going off of instinct now. Right? And he kicks the gun away and then knocks Dolph Lundgren out again. Not out, but he knocks him down.
Right.
And he runs away with the girl.
With that very classic Jean-Claude Van Damme kick that he is known for.
Did he kick him?
Well, at least he kicked the gun out of his hand.
Yeah. But this is where Jean-Claude Van Damme is starting to have past memories, and he's going through the motions.
Yeah.
But he's still very robotic.
And he is very robotic. And he knows he has to save the girl, so he's trying. But every time that he gets an order in his ear from, like, headquarters, like, get out of the truck, he, like, stops the truck and he starts to try to get out. And then the girl's like, no, if you get out, they're going to kill me. Yep. And he's like, oh, that's right. We should drive. And so this, like...
Well, she takes the headset off.
Right, until he takes the headset off. But there's that part internal where you can see him fighting.
Yeah, what to do versus what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And so the girl makes it easier. She takes off the little helmet thing, or no, the earpiece.
Right, it's like an earpiece and eyepiece combo. I don't know, so I guess it's like so Vegeta can tell when Dolph Lundgren's reaching 9,000.
But yeah, basically they run away from the whole compound, and then Dolph Lundgren gets up, and then he says traitor, which now you know as the audience member that his memories are being sparked up as well.
Yeah.
And so as they're running away, Van Damme, he has a tracker on him, which he doesn't know yet, but they're following him. But now he's over and so as they're trying to make the getaway, the car runs out of gas.
Right.
And then he just steps out and then runs the car.
Yeah, he gets behind it and he pushes it another few miles to the gas station.
But he's going 30.
Right.
So the speedometers. And so they get to this super seedy hotel. They're trying to get like a...
Is it bad in my head that whole scene I kept thinking, this would be so much easier and you could run so much faster if you just took the girl out of the car, like threw her on your back, instead of pushing the entire car with a girl in it.
Well, maybe...
But that's not important.
Maybe it's easier if the girl is in there because there's less, like, bouncing.
That's true.
Right? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Girls are squirmy.
But yeah, so they get to the super seedy hotel. The guy's trying to milk as much money as he can from the girl, from the reporter.
Yeah, because she's mostly just looking for a phone.
Yeah.
So she can call, like, her station and then hopefully, you know.
Yeah. But Van Damme also needs to cool down because his little wristwatch thing.
Yes, and this is kind of the first time you realize that they have I don't know if they've got mechanical or anything on the inside, but yes, they work too hard and they overheat.
Well, I think reanimating a dead body is against God's plan.
Possibly.
Well, they said like later on in the movie that the serum or whatever they injected in them reanimates dead flesh, but then it also overheats it. Just like, you know, like it's almost like they're fucking zombies. But the rabies part of it hasn't overheated their body yet. So they got to keep their body cool. So, you know, the guy says that there's an AC in the unit, and the phone line isn't working because now the Dolph Lundgren has shot down the telephone pole. So she gets out, but as Van Damme is cooling ass naked with the AC on.
Right, yeah, it's like I'm overheating and we got an air conditioning unit. Yeah. Let's show my butt.
But he walks out ass naked, and now the mom of the motel owner is like, "Oh my." But yeah, so she puts Van Damme in the bathtub and puts hella ice on him.
Yeah, a bunch of bags of ice.
Yeah, but this is where she notices the gunshot wound that he had gone on the getaway is healing like some Wolverine shit.
Right, yeah.
So she freaks out. You know, understandably, it's...
And it also makes more sense on why the guy who was all shot up at the dam was in like a tub of ice. Yeah. And then finally, like, kind of popped awake.
Yeah, popped up awake, right? But now they've surrounded the motel, the Unisols and the military, and then they start shooting it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
And now, this is the fun fight where they just obliterate this place with bullets, but then they go and like run through walls and...
Well, yeah, Van Damme Kool-Aids his way through the whole compound, but then he gets to the end of where there's just a cement wall, and so he ends up hiding in the blanket of a couple that was doing it.
Yeah.
And then they steal his car. Poor guy, you know, they steal his fucking car. Which, I mean, it's 1992, but this guy is driving like a 1959 Chevy, which... Like, the gas mileage must be atrocious on that car.
Yeah.
And so we get to they go to some gas station.
Yep.
Because apparently now it's like a couple hours later, because they got the head start. Because what happened? Why did it take them so long to get out? Or just to regroup?
I think just regroup. They probably have to put everybody in a little cryo.
Oh, because they're all overheating, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it takes them a couple hours, but this is where Jean-Claude finds out, or like at least deduces that he has a tracker on him.
There's a tracker on him somewhere.
So they go to a gas station, and this is just another chance for Jean-Claude Van Damme to get butt naked.
Yep. He's like, I don't know where this tracker is, but look for a bump somewhere on my shiny naked body.
and she finds it that it's behind it, like his calf, and just like the athlete that Jean-Claude Van Damme is, he just folds over like a lawn chair, and tells her to cut it out.
Yeah,
but she doesn't want to, so he does the incision, and then he makes her pull it out.
Right.
While the gas station attendant is like, "This ain't no hotel,"
because she's making sounds because she doesn't want to be pulling stuff out of his hole in his leg. And the gas station attendant just assumes that they're in there making the beast with two backs.
Yeah, but this is a chance where like the military has been able to catch up to them now.
Yep.
And so Jean-Claude Van Damme, who later on is much more smarter, than he is later during the diner scene, sets up a trap, and then he blows the gas station up. Which, if I was the gas station guy, I'm pretty sure he owns it. I would not be okay with that.
Unless it's insured, because it didn't look like you got a lot of business. So maybe he gets more out of the insurance.
Maybe it's insurance fraud. But yeah, so all these unisols get blown to bits.
And that's a pretty bloody scene. There's some that are just like walking around like...
Oh yeah, just on fire.
Yeah.
I guess they don't feel anything, right?
Apparently not. Yeah, because I mean, like early on, the guys didn't make any flinches or anything when they got shot. Here, yeah, they're just definitely like on fire, but still looking for the bad guy.
But that regenerative capability is amazing, because the same guy that got shot in there was also on fire in that scene. And then later on, he's just completely fine. Like, his skin has not been burnt to an edge or anything.
He's tough. Yeah. He's tough.
Yeah, but so this is where, as all this gas station fire is going on, Jean-Claude and the reporter girl go into the truck, which no one apparently was on.
Right.
And got all this information. But I think he should have taken time to get some injections.
Yeah, because they got him enough that I'm sure that he would remember.
Right. Well, not injections for like the whole memory swiping thing, but like those. I guess he didn't need the muscle injections, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So they make their escape again, but guess what? Guess who's in the back seat? Dolph Lundgren. And he has like I don't know where he got the piano wire from, but he's trying to kill Jean-Claude. But early in this film, Jean-Claude told the reporter girl, "Hey, you need to put your seatbelt on and be safe." And so Jean-Claude hits a rock, and Dolph Lundgren goes flying in which is easily, you could tell, was just like a dummy.
No way.
But yeah, and then they make their escape, and this is where the commander finds out that, oh no, the plug has been pulled from the Universal Soldier program.
Yeah. But
Dolph Lundgren has now remembered enough
that he's like, okay, I'm Sarge, so I'm gonna re-lead this team to get rid of the traitor.
Yeah. And he shoots the other commanding, the guy who's head of the program, right in the eye.
Yeah. And
takes his time to cut off his ears.
Yep, we got to restart that.
And the ear cutting necklace thing. Well, like, because the scientist is like, oh, we need to call the colonel to come in here, and Dolph Lundgren comes in. He's all like, oh, well, I guess he can't hear you anymore. With the ears in his hands. You know what? I do not remember this movie having so many good one-liners. But at this point, yeah, Dolph Lundgren has taken control of this whole operation.
Yeah.
He kills like the 2 soldiers in there.
Right.
He
Now
holds
it's,
the 2
now it's
scientists.
just the scientists or the doctors, right?
Yeah, and this is... And this is where... damn it, that's my phone. Yeah, this is where the reporter girl and Jean-Claude Van Damme make their way to go see the scientist who was head of the program before.
Right.
But before that, they go to a diner to look at the research. And at this point, Jean-Claude nor the girl has eaten anything in the last, 3 days.
Right. And apparently Jean-Claude doesn't remember ever eating ever in his life.
Yeah, so as the girl goes outside to make a call, Jean-Claude is just mimicking one of the other patrons of the restaurant, and he just starts eating everything.
Right,
and
but
ordering
it's delicious food, so he kind of keeps on ordering plate after plate.
Yeah, but this waitress who would not get 15% tip is just like, do you have money to pay for this? Which, at that point, I get the question. Because...
Right, but he's with the girl, and the girl's outside making a phone call.
Yeah.
At least wait for them to both be there. Yeah, it was a little...
It was rude, but it's also like a truck stop in the middle of nowhere, and then he just seemed slow.
Right.
But yeah, so she calls the chef at the back. Is like, hey, we got a deadbeat over here, and then he goes up to Jean-Claude and is like, I've been slaving away making this slop. Which, if I was another patron, I wouldn't want to hear the chef call his food slop. Because I think that's what you give pigs, right? Slop?
Right. But the 2 best parts of this is, so here, where Jean-Claude goes, it's delicious. And then the cheesiest ass smile.
Well, I'm just saying, it's a good thing that they're both Universal Soldiers, because they barely have any lines in this movie. Yeah. And it is pure action.
It's pure action.
I mean, really, you're not going into a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie really looking for acting chops, right? But yeah, but the chef is now pissed, and he's threatening Jean-Claude.
And he's a big burly guy.
He's a big burly guy. I'm pretty sure everybody's like, oh, Al, beat that ass.
Right, yep.
But yeah, he gets knocked the fuck out. Because, I mean, to be fair, Jean-Claude did warn him. He's like, I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
But he does end up hurting pretty much everybody in that bar that stepped up.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure a lot of those guys are locals. And
yeah, all good old boys.
Yeah, and they were like, we got to protect Al and his reputation. But yeah, they just end up getting all pummeled. It's like a classic Van Damme restaurant scene. He did the same thing in Kickboxer.
Yep. Totally.
And so she comes back after he throws the guy through the wall, and he's just still eating.
Yeah, the second best scene in this fight is she comes back in, she's like, everything okay? And he picks up a bowl of popcorn, takes a bite, and then another cheesy smile.
Well, I just don't know where he got the popcorn. Did he tell the girl to make me some popcorn?
It was on the pool table, because it was what the guys playing pool were snacking on.
Oh, man. So, yeah, after that, they go meet up the scientist guy. While this is happening, Dolph Lundgren has now taken control of this whole operation. He's injecting muscle enhancers. He has to go cool down. So the scientist tells him, hey, go cool down. And in an event that would never fucking happen, the black guy goes, oh, I should go in there because it looks less suspicious. And it's like, Eddie... No, the white guy already said that he was going to go in there. Why would you put yourself in that situation?
Right. It warrants back to the 90s where the black guy was the token black guy. It was like,
he was the only black guy in that film, huh?
Right.
No, actually, no. Debo from Friday was in there.
Right.
But he had no speaking roles. It was
yeah,
pretty much just like a what's it called? Like a cameo.
Yeah, he was just like, there's a face people recognize. Throw him in there.
I don't think they would in 92. Because Friday came out, I think, 94. But he was a big burly dude. He fit the soldier type of role.
Right.
But yeah, in no world will the scientist, even if he's black, if he's like a smart black guy, he's like, I'm not going in there because I know how these situations tend to go. So he gets killed.
Yeah.
In terrible, terrible fashion. Because I think needles are already terrible, but just imagining one going into the back of your neck, like...
And then out your eye.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a deep
Yeah, because then he
needle.
pushed his head, and then it's like, boop.
Oh. But yeah, so they go to the scientist, Jean-Claude, and the reporter. And he sees his face, and he, like, passes out. He has, like, a flashback of him being brought back to life.
Right.
And then they find out also why he's having these flashbacks. They're like post-death traumatic syndrome or whatever.
Yeah, this is like kind of PTSD for dead people.
But apparently they hold on to the feeling they had when they died. So Jean-Claude had this feeling that he just wanted to go back home.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of like save the girl, go home.
Go home. But Dolph Lundgren snapped.
Yeah, he was thinking ear necklace.
Gotta kill all these yellows.
I can say it because I'm Asian. Make some jewelry.
But yeah, and then so after that, Jean-Claude tries to tell the girl to go back to Los Angeles because now she's safe, and that Dolph Lundgren would only be coming for him. And Jean-Claude, he's like, hey, I just want to go home and see my parents, even if I die after that.
Right. Yeah.
But she doesn't take the train, and all of a sudden, there's a whole bunch of fucking cops. Like, no cops is gonna wait for trains to, like, for the buses to dissipate. No, they're gonna go around the trains and make sure they're not escaping via bus. Right?
Nobody escaped via bus in the 90s. That was the 70s, and by the 90s, people were like, I'll steal a car.
But yeah, I mean, but I know in the news, the reporter girl was being pretty much chased, but nowhere in the news was the guy getting chased. Oh, Jean-Claude.
Right.
So do you think he just got arrested as just like an associate, or as like a co-conspirator?
I must be, yeah.
Right. But Dolph Lundgren somehow finds him as he's being transported in this bus, and now we get this whole long bus chase.
That was a pretty good.
Yeah, it was. Because, I mean, like, how often do you see a bus chase scene?
Right.
That isn't a Keanu Reeves movie. But, yeah, and so we presume that this whole bus chase, Dolph Lundgren dies. Because there's always a cliff.
Right.
That he falls off of.
Yes.
And so after that, they finally get to Jean-Claude's home in Louisiana, which makes sense because Louisiana has a lot of like French type of culture, like a lot of like Creoles.
Well, I didn't even think about that. That does make...
Yeah, and then apparently, when you see his mother, she's French as fuck.
Right, yeah. Right? Like, not even English speaking.
Yeah, well, I think she probably speaks a little bit of English, but then, like, when she was so shocked, she was like, oh, look, impossible. But she's like, John. Yeah. But then we get this nice, like, little reunion. The girl wants to go. She's like, oh, I'm so happy you found your family. Now I'm going to go meet up these reporters at the sheriff's station and try to tell this story that sounds impossible.
Right, yeah. Clear her name.
Name.
Win a Pulitzer,
Yeah. But, as she's trying to leave, somehow, I don't know where they were. I think the last time I saw, like, a little stamp date of where they were was, like, in Utah. But now they're in Louisiana, and now Dolph Lundgren has caught up to them.
Yeah.
I don't know how he knew where the farm was.
That's not important.
It is a 90s action film,
right.
Sir?
Well, I guess you think about it, you're like in the war and you're talking about like your hometown and stuff like that. So maybe he's got enough memories from the before time that like he can kind of put that together.
When he like ties up the girl and his parents, he's all like, devoir, come out, farm boy. And then like, yeah, and he's like, he's winning the first half of the fight. I'm not going to explain this fight because it was a lot longer than it had to be. but it didn't seem longer than it had to be. I don't know. It was a good fight still.
It was a good fight.
It was like 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, I mean, and it starts with the classic Jean-Claude kick.
Yeah, which, like, it didn't... No, he punched him first, and that's where he knew that he was taking muscle enhancers.
Yeah.
But then as he's, like, down, he's all like... It's always like... Your farm is always like how you said, farm boy. But they go through this whole fight, and he's all like, should have taken your medicine. And he shows, like, huge, comically huge syringes.
Right, it's like a cartoon where the guy opens his trench coat and there's just, like, watches. It's like that, but just syringes of, like, muscle enhancer.
But in this one, what's it called? Yeah, Dolph Lundgren just has a whole bunch of, like, cop badges that he's killed.
Yep, right.
Right? And the ears. Can't forget the fucking ears. Because he makes another ear joke, I think. He's like, nobody could hear you. As he, like, puts the... I don't know who wrote these ear jokes. But, Jean-Claude Van Damme gets a hold of, like, one of the syringes. And then he, like, stabs himself with it.
Right. Injects up and then...
And pretty much Mortal Kombat fatality...
Right, you actually,
Dolph Lundgren.
like, totally in my head, I heard the Mortal Kombat music, like, start playing the...
But it wasn't enough for him to kick this guy into this, like, tractor-like thing.
Right, and they make it very obvious that is how this fight is going to end, is somebody's going into the big shredder tractor thing.
So Jean-Claude Van Damme turns it on and makes mincemeat pie with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
But what really triggers his turnaround in this fight was as the girl was trying to escape, she gets bombed on again. Bombed on. And this is where the whole fight turns around for Jean-Claude Van Damme. I missed that point. I already told you how the fight ends. But yeah, that's where he goes pretty much over 9,000.
Yeah. Because that's like he's remembering the flashback of the girl in Vietnam dying for the grenade. Here, he's like, he thinks that this girl has just died from the grenade.
Yeah, but I do like Dolph Lundgren's face after he thinks he has the hit. He's like, woo! But the credits pretty much end there. Like, he like goes to the girl. She's actually okay. Which I don't know how you would be after a grenade and a car explosion in such close vicinities. Like, half of your face should be blown. Not gonna blow, at least burned. Right?
Yeah.
But the movie pretty much ends right there, just like how every 90s film ends. There's never any, like, repercussions afterwards.
Right.
Alright? Yeah. Because now we just presume that she's been able to explain everything.
Right. And she gets off, wins the Pulitzer. They
But
live
yeah.
happily ever after.
But yeah, that's how the movie pretty much ends. It was pretty cut and dry, like how you think the plot would go, right?
Yeah.
So Kobe, what was your first thoughts when you if you could remember when you first watched this film?
Oh, like, way back when, I was super excited, because I had, like, Bloodsport and Kickboxer were already out, and I'd seen them both, and it was like, whoa, this is the next big action star.
Yeah.
So, totally, Rocky had just been a big thing, so everybody was like, Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
What? They got, like, the two biggest up-and-coming stars gonna be in the same movie?
Wait, when was Rocky 4? Was it like late 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, it was... Sorry. What else did you think about it? Was it just that, or...
Yeah, no, I just remember being so excited.
Yeah.
Because that was...
I remember... I watched this on TV. It was like, as a kid, it was like one of those movies that came on, like, like as a Sunday night movie night.
Yep.
And so that's how I watched this film. But I think, I was just like, oh man, cool martial arts, like, oh, dead soldiers. It's like almost like it's like a little bit of sci-fi and a whole lot of action. So it was really cool for me. What surprised me the most, because I haven't watched this since I was like a kid, probably like since like the 90s. I haven't rewatched this film.
Me neither.
Yeah, but I did horribly. I did watch the sequels, Because Universal 2 with Michael Jaleel or Michael Jai White, Spawn. I remember watching that in the theaters because I was like, oh yeah, Universal. But I'm pretty surprised that it held up.
Right.
Right.
It did. Like, I mean, it's really decent practical effects, and nothing was like too over the top.
Yeah.
So
the action wasn't over like he wasn't doing crazy ass like moves.
Right, and they didn't go and they didn't do like lasers and they didn't do like that kind of thing where like, you watch an old movie that's got lasers or that, and it's just like, oh, somebody digitally remaster this. This is hurts my eyes to watch.
Yeah, so I was super surprised that I enjoyed this as much as I remember enjoying it before, because you have a little bit of everything there. You got you know what you don't have in there though is a Jean-Claude Van Damme splits. I don't think I saw him do one split.
I don't think so. But he did the one kick, and Dolph Lundgren's a good foot taller than him. So when he did the one kick, it was almost full split.
Oh, but does that count though?
It doesn't really. Yeah.
Because Kickboxer had the splits in the training.
But he showed his butt twice. So maybe that's the trade-off.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't see a little bit of nutsack. Do you think they taped it back?
The movie companies were really
rigid on
male nudity,
male genitalia. Oh man, oh man, sorry, we actually skipped a week because last week was my birthday. I don't think that's gonna apply when this comes out because we have this whole catalog now of just unreleased stuff. So we did first impressions. What was the other segments we did? Wow, I gotta write these down.
Of our like theme weeks?
No, of just like how we end the movie. So we did first impressions.
Oh, how would we buy it?
Huh?
How we would buy it?
Okay, how would we buy it? That's our rating system.
Our rating system, yeah.
And then,
like final thoughts and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, how would you buy this, Colby?
I would definitely a new DVD. You know what? We were kind of like looking for like fun facts and stuff, and it showed that they had an alternate ending to this. I may go up to Blu-ray to get an alternate ending.
Oh man.
I don't know if I would go like ultimate box set, unless maybe if like you had the ultimate box set with like all the sequels in.
Yeah, well, that's how you would do it though, right?
I think you would have to.
Because I would buy this ultimate box set. I just remember like after the first one is always like the serious one, right? But the one with Michael Jai White, the guy who played Spawn, that one was just as fun. It was like that one was more of like a B-rated film though, but it actually came out in theaters. The third and the fourth one has Dolph Lundgren coming back, as you said before. It's just a really long regenerating process,
right?
But I would buy this ultimate box set on sale though. I don't know how that ultimate box set would look like. Maybe just like the shipping container from the first one. That would be pretty cool.
Right? Oh
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, what?
The one other little fun fact is the girl from it. Mm-hmm. If anybody recognizes her, she is also famed for being in the Genie movie with Shaq.
Oh, Kazam!
Kazam. She was the girl from Kazam. And this was her second movie, but she had graduated from college and started working as a genetic engineer because she went to college for biology and then started working as genetic engineer. And some LA producer saw her in a cafe, and started talking to her, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I always wanted to be an actress," and got her a part in a movie. And then this is like her first like real big movie. And then after this, she went up and she was,
Young and the Restless.
she was in soap opera as well.
Oh.
But she was actually, they were trying to cast her as in Friends as.
Oh, as like Rachel or something.
And then she opted not to because she got offered a movie part, and so she'd rather do a movie than a series. And possibly a loss there. I was always like Will Smith was always like, oh yeah, my one big loss was they offered me Neo's part in The Matrix, and I was like, that movie's not going to do very well.
But you know what? Like, even I think if like I love Will Smith. I grew up on Fresh Prince and like Bad Boys and all that stuff, but I just really can't see.
I like, yeah,
right.
Keanu was stiff enough that he was able to believe that he was this like computer hacker.
Yeah.
Will Smith, I think, is much more Men in Black.
Yeah, see, I think even though he lost like Neo, he still got Men in Black, which really fit him. Like, it's really hard to see anybody else as Jay.
Yeah.
From that, yeah, and I think him and Tommy Lee Jones played off so well together.
Perfectly, yeah.
But that is an episode. That is a topic for another episode. Yeah. So what was your final thoughts on this film? Like, how is this something?
This is like like you said, classic '90s, early '90s action film. Anybody who just wants not a whole lot of story, but just not a minute of boring. Few good too many one-liners jammed in, but some good one-liners. Yeah, like this is just a fun, like,
little sci-fi film.
Sit back with a beer and some popcorn and just enjoy.
I do want to warn you that a lot of the one-liners contains ears. Chopped ear jokes.
If you got an ear phobia or something, maybe.
Yeah, this is definitely, if you're a Jean-Claude Van Damme fan, this is probably gonna be like top 5. I would put this at number 5 though, because there's no boobs. Even though it's like one of the first Van Damme movies I remember watching, there's no boobs and there's no Bolo. Now, if you don't know who Bolo is,
right,
he is always the antagonist of Jean-Claude Van Damme. He was like this huge Korean guy. I think he was Korean.
He weirdly, always to me, his face looked a little bit like the comedian Gary Shandling.
Oh.
It was like if Gary Shandling was a giant buff Asian man, this was what he would look like.
But yeah, like there's no Bolo in it. There's no boobs. So it'd be number 4 or 5 on my list.
I guess that's why we start this
we're going downwards, right? But yeah, it's definitely a fun film. I mean, it was fun enough. Like, the concept of it was fun enough that it has like spawned all these sequels. You know, I think it goes up to 4 or 5.
Yeah.
You know, and Van Damme comes back for like a good amount of them. I think he's just not in 1. I think it was like, I don't think he was in 3, but I think he was back in 4, and then I think the 5th one is with Dolph Lundgren.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely a fun one to watch. If you want to if you want to reminisce about 90s action films.
Oh yeah.
Definite one to watch.
Right. If you like, I've seen all the Stallone movies and I've seen all the Schwarzenegger movies. This is really like Jean-Claude's like number 3 on
as far as like action stars of
the buff kick butt action stars. Yeah. I mean, like
he's like the biggest. He's like sort of the biggest
Seagal
ones.
was like he was more the like New York copy kind of guy.
Yeah.
But this is like big action.
But he was probably a part of that big 3 because when it comes to like 90s action films, that's who I go to is like Van Damme, Stallone, and and Arnold.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, so for next week's episode, guys, we were watching one of my favorite Van Damme movies. I probably put this like top 3. No, probably number 1. We are not going backwards, guys. But definitely one of my favorite ones because it not only does it deal with martial arts, but it deals with time travel. It is Time Cop.
Yeah, and I really this is probably one of his better
acting ones.
Acting ones, yeah, because there's a lot of actual story in it, so like he has to not just I'm gonna kick things naked a lot.
Yeah, he has a lot of like scenes where he's like mourning his wife, and he shows like a lot of sides of being depressed. So he does a lot more acting than we've seen him do.
Yeah.
Also, you get to see the girl from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Boobs in this one.
That's boobies.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'm Barry.
And I'm Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. Our theme music is made by Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. You can find it on the FMA.com under the music album Music for Podcast 3.
Thank you.